Hello you, it's my YRT, your WWE Games veteran. We're now on the 15th year of me covering the franchise on YouTube, so what better place to start than doing a further analysis on the teaser trailer for WWE 2K22 featuring Cesaro and Rey Mysterio. If you haven't checked out the previous video, go check it out now. Don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. We're delving deeper. There's been a lot of information that people have posted. Some of it is misinformation in my honest opinion, and I will back it up with scenarios for you. First of all, side-by-side comparison. I recorded 2K20. Granted, in 4K, the 2K22 trailer was in 1080p, but it was to prove that the animation for Rey Mysterio and the 619 was exactly the same. We're going to go further details into the graphics, hair, and textures in a minute as well. The animation, to be honest, the 619 animation is pretty good no matter what, okay? It doesn't really need an overhaul. It's just, if it was Rey and you're showing it in the trailer, the same animation, to say it hits different doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't. Lighting looks, in this scenario, a lot better on 2K22 than it does on 2K20, and the animation looks good for the most part. There is little bits and pieces we will delve into. People are talking about the lighting. Now, the lighting can be modified. Granted, I'm using the highlight reel. 2K22 will be using their own custom software. It won't be the highlight reel as such. It'll be their own development tools. We also don't know what format 2K22 is in compared to 2K20. 2K20 footage I'm posting is on the PS5 using the PS4 copy of the game in 4K. All we know is the trailer was in 1080p. It could have been the PC, it could have been PS4, Xbox One, it could even have been a PS5 or Series X build. We just don't know. So let's go back to the old school days of 2K20. The original trailer is on the right hand side. PS5, basically the PS4 version, but me recording on PS5, is on the left. And you can see there is a lighting difference from what the full game got to what the trailer got. Well, now, whether that was a filter or not, who knows? But you can actually see some animations was changed. That exploder, her hand was open. It wasn't in the full game. And we can change the filter for 2K20. I took a picture of the picture on the left, and then we're going to add a heat filter to make it pretty similar, in all honesty, to what the trailer posted. So, judging lighting on a teaser trailer is not something I would recommend to begin with. Even if it looks nicer, it may not look authentic when we get to the full game. The same for entrances and stuff as well. Lighting, vastly different in my honest opinion. You can be the judge, you can look at the game yourself and see for all intents and purposes your own opinions on it. I just don't think you should rely on a 7-second gameplay of lighting. Not to mention, the masks. 2K20 versus 2K22, again, 4K 20, 2K was 1080p for 22. Hair on the mask is atrocious. You can see shading on the straps onto the 2K22 image here, which looks great. There is also the logos blocking it, but you've got a 3D effect on his chin hair, basically on his beard. So that looks cool also. The afro looks atrocious, but there's precedent for that as well. Let's look at Rey Mysterio and gameplay. Where's the textures on the straps gone? They've disappeared. Yeah. So the render at the entrance ramp is a different render to the gameplay. It's a high-res image on the entrance. It is maybe the actual engine there. But what I need to point out, as you can clearly see in the two pictures, there's no shadowing, is that it is an early build. Early builds change all the time. We may not get that shadowing effect when the full game comes out for the Rey on the entrance. We may actually get that shadowing on the gameplay model on the right, but at the moment they don't match. Let's go back to the mask and let's talk about the afro hair, or hair in general. They chose two superstars that basically don't have any real facial, apart from facial hair, they have basically no hair on their scalp. So Rey's mask is the closest thing we've got to seeing hair. 2K20, it was an abomination for the most part. It doesn't look fantastic. However, let's go back to 2K19, shall we, where hair was a little bit better, shall we say. It looks more on par with 2K22, won't you say? Rey Mysterio doesn't have hair, but Lindsay Dorado does on his mask. So let's look at the hair on his chinny chin chin as well as on his mask. And you can see the mask hair is a lot better than Rey's 2K20, it has to be said. 2K22, mask hair looks a hell of a lot better as well, but I would say on par. But again, 6-7 seconds of gameplay doesn't give you enough time to fully anticipate it or appreciate it, so we will have to wait and see with more footage in the coming months to see if this stacks up, especially with longer hair models such as Charlotte, Becky, Roman, etc. Let's talk about the tassels now. Now, in 2K20, to be honest, any accessories that were thin, stripes, they didn't work hugely well all the time. Sometimes they work phenomenally well. The side-by-side comparison I've shown doesn't really show any issues, but you can clearly see frame by frame they do occasionally visually go way out of their comfort zone. To put it mildly, they don't work properly. But it's not perfect for 2K22 either, even in the 7 seconds of the gameplay. The physics is a lot better, but there's still issues with it going through the ropes. And this is a common thing that's been happening for years with hair, with articles of clothing, even the head for Cesaro there. It bounces the ropes at her. I would say an unfavourable position, in all honesty. The ropes are bending awkwardly, it's not a fluid motion, in all honesty. It's the minor graphical issues that I'm not massively concerned on, because the gameplay should be the core focus, from 2K20 being such a disappointment in the gameplay scenario compared to 19. That's why people still play 19. So it's nice to see the minor improvements, but it's far from perfect at the moment. And again, it was 7 seconds of gameplay, so we don't know if that same issue from 2K20 is going to crop up with those tassels, for instance, in 2K22. One fixed gameplay versus countless matches to see the problems is totally different pieces of evidence, isn't it? It could happen no times in 20 matches. It could happen in every match. We just don't know because it's an early build. You got it? Good. If there's anything else you want to know about regarding the footage, leave your question in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, turn your notifications on to see more analysis and gameplay information of 2K22 as and when it happens. Follow me on Twitter at ITSMYYARD. I know a lot of people were following me yesterday with the side-by-side comparison video, so thank you very much for that. I've been ITSMYYARD, and I will see you very, very soon for more gaming goodness. Shocky ducky quack quack.